by using single cable the datas are transmitted. Here we are going to use coaxial and twisted pair cables are mainly used in bus topology. The first and very important disadvantage here is a central point of failure. So the topmost node in the tree topology is called root node. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my new session. I am Revati, Faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysore. We are on the fourth session of Introduction to Computer Network. Moving further, in today's class, I am going to discuss what is topology. In that, I am going to discuss what is bus topology, what is tree topology, what is mesh topology, what is star topology, etc. So before going to start my today's session, let me to recall the things what I discussed in my last session. In my last session, I discussed the types of computer network. There we discussed what is LAN, what is MAN, and what is WAN. At the same time, we discussed the advantages and disadvantages of wide area network. But in today's session, I'm going to deal with topology. Moving further, let's see what is topology. So here the topology is defined as the structure of computer network, of how all the components are interconnected to each other. So here the topology is nothing but a physical representation of computer network and how all the components are interlinked each other. So there are two types of topology. In that we are going to have physical topology and logical topology. So in physical topology, it gives the structure of the network. That means how the computers are connected each other in the network, whereas in logic topology, it represents how the data flows from one computer to another computer in the network. So here we are going to have two types of topology, that is physical topology and logical topology. So here we are going to discuss the types of physical topology. So moving further, we are going to have types of topology. Before that, a physical topology is the geometric representation of all the nodes in a network. I repeat, here the physical topology is a topology that gives the physical or geometric representation of all the computer system in a network. So here node is nothing but the computer system. So here we are going to get 6 different types of topologies. In that first one, we are going to have bus topology, then we are going to have ring topology, then we are going to have tree topology, then we are going to have star topology, and we are going to have mesh topology, and at the end we are going to have hybrid topology. So here the topology is classified into 6 types. That is, one is bus topology, then we are going to have ring topology, then we are going to have tree topology, star topology, mesh topology, and hybrid topology. Moving further, let's see what is bus topology. So here bus topology is example for point-to-point connection. I repeat, the bus topology is example for point-to-point connection. So here the bus topology is designed in such a way that all the stations are interconnected through a single cable known as backbone cable. I repeat, in bus topology, all the devices are connected each other via the single cable called backbone cable. So here each node is either connected to the backbone by drop cable or directly connected to the backbone. I repeat, so here all the nodes is nothing but the computer device is connected to the backbone cable by using drop cable, or all the computers are directly connected to the backbone cable. And when the node wants to send the data or message over the network, it puts the message over the network. That means when a device want to send a data or message over the network, then the device is going to place the data or message over the network, and all the stations are available in the network will receive the message whether it has been addressed or not. That means in bus topology we are going to use broadcast mechanism. So here the computer device is going to broadcast the data or message, and all the listening stations of the network is going to receive the data or message. So the IEEE standard for bus topology here is 802.3, that is Ethernet, and we are going to have another standard that is 802.4. That means the bus topology is mainly used for transferring the data, and the IEEE standard for bus topology is 802.3 and 802.4. These are the standards for bus topology. Then the backbone cable is considered as single lane. I repeat, the backbone cable is considered as single lane through which the data or messages are broadcasted to all the stations. That means by using single cable, the data are transmitted through all the devices which is connected in the network. I repeat, in bus topology we are going to have backbone cable, or it is also called single lane. By using single lane, the messages are broadcasted to all the stations. So here we are going to have only one sender and we are going to have multiple receiver. So here the bus topology is the example for multi-point communication. By seeing this example, we can easily tell that this is the example for multi-point communication. So here the n number of devices are connected by using single lane, that is called backbone cable, and here all the devices are directly connected to the backbone cable. So in this example, all the devices are nothing but computers, are directly connected to the backbone. Moving further, we are going to have the advantages of bus topology. So in bus topology, what is the first example? Here we required low cost cable. That means to establish bus connection, we are going to use the cables like coaxial cable or twisted pair cable. And in bus topology, nodes are directly connected to the cable without using hubs. Therefore, it requires initial cost to installation. That means the cost required for installation is very less. The next advantages of bus topology is it is moderate data speed. That means here we are going to use coaxial and twisted pair cables are mainly used in bus topology, and it supports data rate that is 100 megabits per second. That means the data transmission rate provided by the bus topology is 10 megabits per second. I repeat, it is 10 megabits per second. And it is limited failure. That means the next advantage here is limited failure. That means if there is one node get failed in the bus topology, then it does not affect other nodes on the bus topology. Then moving further, we are going to have disadvantages of bus topology. So what is the disadvantage we have? That is extensive cabling. That means a bus topology is quite simpler, but it requires lot of cabling. That means by seeing the geographical representation of bus topology, we may say that it is very simpler in connection, but while establishing connection, we require lot of cabling. The another disadvantage here is it is very difficult to troubleshoot. So it requires specialized test equipment to determine the cable faults. That means in bus topology, it is very difficult to troubleshoot. That means we require a specialized test equipment to determine the whether where is the cable fault, and if any fault occur in the cable, then it would be disrupt the communication for all the nodes. That means if there is any fault in the cable, then it's going to disrupt the communication of all the nodes. Then the next disadvantage here is that is signal interference. So if two nodes sends the message simultaneously, then the signal of both the nodes collide with each other. That means both the devices are going to use common resource, that is cable. Suppose if two nodes sends the data simultaneously, then there is a collision. That means they both are going to collide each other. Then we are going to have the disadvantage, that is reconfiguration is difficult. That means adding new device to the existing network would slow down the network performance. That means suppose if you want to add any device to the existing bus topology, it is very easy, but it is going to slow down your network performance. These are some of the disadvantages of bus topology. Moving further, we are going to have ring topology. So here the name itself indicates that the geometric representation of ring topology looks like ring. So here the ring topology is like bus topology, but with connected nodes. That means all the nodes are connected each other. So it looks like a ring. The nodes that receives the message from the previous computer will retransmit to the next node. That means the node that receives the message from the previous computer will retransmit the next node. For example, consider there are three systems in a ring topology, that is A, B and C. So suppose if A want to send message to the C, then what the machine A will do? A is going to send the packet to the B. Now B is responsible for forwarding A's packet to the C. So the data travels in only one direction. So here the data flow is in only one direction, that is called unidirection. So here the data flow is in a single loop continuously. That means it is a continuous process. So it is a single loop continuously, known as endless loop, and it has no terminate end. That means by seeing this diagram, we cannot tell which is the starting terminal and which is the ending terminal. That means where is the terminating device. So it has no terminated ends and each node is connected to each other and having no termination point. That means in the ring topology, all the nodes are connected each other and there is no terminating point. And the data in a ring topology flows in clockwise direction. That means whatever the data is going to flow in ring topology, that is in only one direction. So it is called unidirection and clockwise direction. So the most common access method of ring topology is token passing. That means in ring topology, we are going to use token passing mechanism. So here the token passing is nothing but it is a network access method in which tokens are passed from one node to another. So here the token passing technique or technology is a network access method. Here the tokens are transferred or traveled or passed from one node to another node. And here token is nothing but a frame or it is nothing but a data unit and that is circulated around the network. That means whatever the token or whatever the message or frame we have, that is transmitted from one node to another node. So this is the example for ring topology. Here all four devices are interconnected and suppose here consider this is A and this is B and this is C and this is D. Suppose A want to send a token or frame to D, then A is going to send frame 1 to B. Now B is responsible for forwarding frame 1 to C. Now the C is responsible for forwarding frame 1 to D. So here the data flows in only one direction and it is clockwise direction. Moving further, we are going to get the advantages of ring topology. That means what are the advantages of ring topology? The first advantages of ring topology is network management. That means faulty devices can be removed from the network without bringing the network down. That means in ring topology, it is very easy to remove the faulty device without getting the whole network down. Then the product availability. That means many hardware and software tools of network operation and monitorings are available. That means in ring topology to troubleshoot, we are going to have many software and hardware tools. Then the next advantage here is cost. That means here we are going to use twisted pair cables and it is inexpensive and easy to available. Therefore, the installation cost is very low. Then the next advantage here is reliable. That means it is more reliable network because the communication system is not dependent on the single host network. So here the ring topology is more reliable network because the communication system is not completely depends on single host computer. Moving further, let's see the disadvantages of ring topology. So here what is the first disadvantage? That is difficult to troubleshoot. That means it requires specialized test equipment to determine the cable faults. That means to identify the fault in ring topology, to identify the faults, we required a specialized test equipment. And the next disadvantage is failure. That means the breakdown in one station leads to the failure of the overall network. That means if there is any breakdown in one computer system or station, then it leads failure of the overall network. Then we are going to have another disadvantage, that is reconfiguration difficult. That means adding new device to the existing network must slow down the network performance. Then we are going to have another disadvantage, that is delay. That means a communication delay is directly proportional to the number of nodes, because the packet is going to travel from all the nodes in the ring topology. So here the communication delay is directly proportional to the number of nodes. So here adding new device increases the communication delay. Moving further, we are going to have in star topology, the geometric representation of all the devices looks like a star, and all the devices are directly connected to the hub. So here the star topology is an arrangement of the network in which every node is connected to the central hub. That means in star topology, all the computer systems or nodes are directly connected to the central hub or switch or central computer. Here the central computer may be a server. So the central computer is known as server, and the peripheral devices attached to the server are known as client. That means, so this star topology is example for client server architecture. Whatever the central node we are going to have, that is called central computer or server, and all the other attached devices or computers are called client. So here we are going to use coaxial cable or RJ45 cable. That means to establish a connection between the computer system and the hub, we are going to use coaxial cable or RJ45. So here the hubs or switches are mainly used as connection devices in a physical star topology. That means to establish connection, we are going to use hub or switches in star topology. So here the star topology is the most popular topology in the network implementation. That means most frequently we are going to use star topology in the implementation of computer network. So this is the diagram for star topology. So all the devices or all the computers are directly connected to the hub. Suppose if this is the A and this is the B. Okay, suppose A want to send data to the B, then A is going to send the data to the hub. Now the hub is going to send the data to the B. So here the hub is responsible for forwarding or transferring the data from one device to another device. Let's see the advantages of star topology. That is familiar technology. That means the star topology is a familiar technology as its tools are cost effective. And the another advantage here is easily expandable. That means it is very easy to add new device to the existing connection. That means it is very easy to add new station or new computer to the existing network. So you just want to open ports on the hub. That means you just want to add to the open ports on the hub. So the another advantage here is cost effective. That means here we are going to use coaxial cable. So cost required to purchase coaxial cable is very less. So it is cost effective. And it supports high data speed. That means it supports the bandwidth approximate, that is 100 megabits per second. So it uses Ethernet base, that is 10 base T. Here T is twisted pair cable, is one of the most popular star topology network. That means the most important and most familiar and most commonly used star topology network is Ethernet 100 base T. So here 100 is nothing but your data transfer rate, that is 100 megabits per second, and base is nothing but the baseband transmission, and here the T is the transmission media, that is twisted pair cable. Moving further, let's see the disadvantages of star topology. The first and very important disadvantage here is a central point of failure. That means if the hub get failed, then it is going to bring whole network down. So if the central hub or switch goes down, then all the connected nodes will not able to communicate with each other. Then another disadvantage here is cables. Sometimes cable routing becomes difficult. That means in star topology, it is very difficult to route the packets through cables. So here the cable routing becomes difficult when a significant amount of routing is required. So these are the two main disadvantages of star topology. Moving further, we are going to have tree topology. So here the geometric representation of tree topology looks like tree. So here it uses parent and child relationship. So here the tree topology combines the characteristics of bus topology as well as star topology. That means here the tree topology is made up of by using the bus topology and the star topology. That means it is going to use the characteristics of bus topology as well as star topology. So a tree topology is a type of structure in which all the computers are connected with each other in hierarchical fashion. That means in tree topology, all the devices are connected each other in hierarchical fashion. That means in hierarchical manner. That means in tree representation. So the topmost node in the tree topology is known as root node or parent node. That means the topmost node present in the tree topology is called root node, and all the other nodes are descendants of the root node. That means, so the topmost node in the tree topology is called root node, and all the other nodes are descendant of the root node. So in the tree topology, there is only one path exists between two nodes of the data transmission. That means the data is travels in only one path for between two different computers. That means there is only one path exists between two nodes of data transmission. Thus, it forms a parent-child hierarchy. So, there is only one path or route exists between two devices or two computer systems. So, it forms parent and child hierarchy. So, this is the example for tree topology. So, the topmost device or computer system is called root. So, this is root, and these are the descendant nodes for the root. Suppose if I consider this one as parent node and these two are the child nodes, and to transfer the data from child to parent or from parent to child, so we are going to have only one path. So here from parent A to child B, we are going to have only one path. So there are only one path exists between two nodes for the data communication. So this hierarchy is called parent and child hierarchy. Let's see the advantages of tree topology. Here we are going to get the advantage, that is support of broadband transmission. That means here tree topology supports broadband transmission. So here the signals are sent over long distance. That means here the tree topology supports broadband transmission, and by using broadband transmission the signals are transmitted over a longer distance, and it is very easy to expand. That means to add a new device to the existing network is easy, and it is very easy to manage. That means in tree topology, the whole network is divided into two segments known as star network, which can be easily managed and maintained. That means here the star topology is made by using bus topology as well as star topology. Then we are going to have error detection. That means the error detection and error corrections are very easy in tree topology. The another advantages of tree topology is error detection. That means it provides easy error detection and easy error correction technique. That means in tree topology, it is very easy to handle the error and very easy to detect the errors. Then we are going to have another advantage, that is limited failure. That means the breakdown in one station or device that does not affect the entire network. Then it supports point-to-point wiring. That means it has point-to-point wiring for individual segment or computer system. Then we are going to have the disadvantages of tree topology. So what is the first disadvantage here? It is very difficult to troubleshoot. That means if any fault occur in the node, then it becomes difficult to troubleshoot the problems. That means if there is any fault in any one of the node, then it is very difficult to identify the errors and it is very difficult to fix the problem. Then we are going to have another disadvantage, that is cost effective. That means the device required for broadband transmission are very costly. That means in tree topology, we are mainly going to use for broadband transmission of data for a longer distance. But the device required for broadband transmission is costly. The next disadvantage here is failure. A tree topology mainly relies on the main bus cable. So here the tree topology is mainly relies on the bus cable. So if there is any fault in the main cable or if there is any breakdown in the main bus cable, will damage overall network. The next disadvantage here is reconfiguration difficult. That means if you add any device to the existing tree topology, then it is very difficult to reconfigure the tree topology. So these are some of the disadvantages of tree topology. In my next session, I am going to discuss the two more remaining types of topology, that is mesh topology and hybrid topology. At the same time, I am going to discuss what is computer security and the need for computer security. At the same time, I am going to discuss basics security concept. Dear students, in today's session, we discussed what is topology and the types of topology like physical topology and logical topology. Under physical topology, we discussed tree topology, bus topology. Then we discussed star topology and ring topology along with the advantage and disadvantage. From the examination point of view, this is very important topic. Thank you for watching my session. Let's meet in the next session. Until then, take care. Thank you.